Hi everyone, welcome to the lecture on ordinary differential equation. From this video we will start how to solve first order first degree linear differential equation. In many exams they will ask you the question on first order first degree differential equation and they are very simple. But the problem is that how to understand which method we have to apply. Is it the variable separation question or homogeneous or reducible to homogeneous, reducible to linear? Otherwise is it a exact linear differential equation? So don't worry, I will explain each and every method with detailed concept and how to identify the question with many examples. And if you have doubt in the particular question, then you can share your doubt in the comment section or in Telegram group, otherwise on Instagram, so that particular question we will try to cover in our next coming video. And must share this video with your friends so that they will also get the benefit of this video. And most important, if you are the new on my channel, subscribe the channel. It will give the motivation to make the more important and interesting video for you. So let's start how to identify variable separation method and how to solve the question with the help of variable separation. First I will explain the concept through the general form. Let's assume that we have given the differential equation dy by dx equal to the function of x multiplied by function of y. So when we have given the question containing function of x with product of function of y, to definitely understand this is the question of variable separation. Why? Because it is in the product form. So we want the variable separation, that means x term with dx and y term with dy. So here because of it is in product form, so you can directly divide this y term. So you will get 1 upon f of y dy, and this dx I will shift in right hand side, f of x dx. Now see, the variable are separated easily. This is a one method. Sometimes there is a question in the form of like here function of x into function of y dx plus function of x into function of y dy equal to 0. Again this is a first order first degree differential equation and this is again a question of variable separation. Why? Because here again if you observe that there is a function of x and y in the form of product and here is also product. So when we have given function of x and y in the form of product, so ultimately it is a question of variable separation. Function means it is might be in the form of sin x, cos x, e raised to power or polynomial x cube, y cube, anything. So whatever in the form, but if it is in the form of product, so you have to apply the variable separation method. Here I want x term with dx and y term with dy. So what is the extra term that you have to divide? Like dx is the extra here, so divide by dx, and here dy is the extra, to divide by this dy. So you will get fx divided by gx dx plus gy divided by fy dy equal to 0. And in this way, once the variable are separated, then you can integrate that term, so you will get the final solution of linear differential equation. Now we see the interesting example. So here is a first example. We have to solve this differential equation. Now see, e power x and here tan y both are in the form of product, and here also it is a bracket contain x term and into there is a function of y. So here it is the question of variable separation because the function of x and function of y both are in the form of product. So this is the question of variable separation. Now to separate the variable, what you have to do, here the dx we want the term of x and what is the extra, tan y, and here it is dy with containing y term, that is a second square y. What is the extra term here? This bracket term. Now divide that extra term. So here for separation I will take 3 e raised to power x dx, and we are dividing this bracket in the left side, that is a shift this bracket because it is a multiplication, so right side shifting will be divide. Here divide by 1 minus e raised to power x. Right side is minus sign as it is, second square y dy, and we are dividing by tan y. So now the variable are separated and this is a negative term. If you want, you can shift that term in the left side so that it become a positive e raised to power x 1 minus e raised to power x dx, and that minus term shifting will be plus secant square y divided by tan y dy equal to 0. Once the variable are separated, the next step will be integrating both sides. So when we are integrating both sides, the integration of this term plus integration of second term, and right side will be we will get integrating constant, because integrating both sides, so we will get integrating constant c. Now how to solve this integration? We know that if in case there is a derivative of function contained in numerator, here if we have given integration of f of x, its derivative contained in numerator, then the integration of that term is nothing but log of f of x. So the derivative of the function, denominator function derivative contained in numerator, then its integration is log of function. Similarly, if you observe here the 1 minus e raised to power x, what will be the derivative of 1 minus e raised to power x? Derivative of this term is minus e raised to power x. See here, e is already there, only we have to adjust the minus sign, and derivative of tan, here derivative of tan is nothing but secant square y. So derivative of tan already contained in the numerator. So here we can use directly this formula. Here we need to adjust the term. So I will write in the next step here minus 3 integration of minus e raised to power x divided by 1 minus e power x dx, the plus remaining term as it is. Now the derivative of denominator contained in numerator, here minus into minus become plus, so just I adjust the minus sign here, minus multiplied by minus, ultimately it is a plus, means our original question remain as it is. So here minus 3 is constant as it is. Integration of this term is nothing but log of denominator term, so it is a 1 minus e power x, plus here integration of the second term is log of tan y, plus integrating constant c. Now here both our answer are in the form of log, so instead of taking constant c, you can take the log c, that is also okay, because it is a constant, you can write any form, that doesn't matter. So because I am getting here answer in the form of log, so I will take integrating constant also in the form of log. So here instead of simply taking c, I will take log c. Why? Because we can cancel out this log by taking the antilog both sides. How it is possible? That I will explain in the next step. Here 3 we can take in the power, so this is a minus sign as it is. It is a 1 minus e power x whole cube plus log of tan y equal to the log c. And there is a property of log, that log a minus of log b, here log a minus log b we can write as a log of a by b. So here it is a negative term that we have to take in denominator. So log of tan y minus of this term we can write as a log of tan y divided by 1 minus e raised to e power x whole cube, and right side log is as it is. Now see both side contain log, so taking antilog on both side, so we will get tan y divided by 1 minus e power x whole cube equal to c. Now this division term you can shift in the right side, so we will get the simplified form answer, that is tan y equal to c 1 minus e power x whole cube. So this is our final answer. Now see the next example. Here is a question, we have to solve this differential equation and there are 4 options. Can you tell me, is it a question of variable separation? Yes, because in variable separation method the function of x and y in the form of product we want. But here the sign contain angle x and y. Is it in the form of product? No. Here also the sign angle is in the form of x minus y, that is not a product. So it is looking like it is not a variable separation question, but we know that there is a formula of sin a plus b and sin a minus b. So using that formula you will get in the form of product. So first I will apply that formula and then we will separate that variable. So let's see how to solve this question. Here in the right hand side I will use sin a plus b. The formula of sin a plus b is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. So this is the expansion of this first term, sin x plus y. So sin x cos y plus cos x sin y. Now the same you have to apply for second term. It contains minus, so you will get middle symbol minus. So for the expansion of second term, it is a sin x cos y minus cos x sin y, and add this both the function because it is the addition. So here if we take the addition, so see here both the functions are same, sin x cos y, sin x cos y. So we will get 2 times sin x cos y, and second term are same but the sign is different, so subtraction of this term is 0. Now the left side remain as it is, dy by dx tan y. Can we see here, is it a question of variable separation now? Yes, because function of x and function of y both are in the form of product. So separate the variable. So here y content term I will shift in the left side, that is with dy. So y term is in multiplication, so shifting of multiplication term left side is divide, equal to here 2 sin x as it is, and division dx term shifted right side, so it become a multiplication dx. Now variable are separated, so next step is integrating both side. So both side we have to integrate. Integration of tan y divided by cos y dy equal to 2 is constant, integration of sin x dx plus we will take integrating constant c. In the next step I will write tan as a sin divided by cos, and there is already cos in the denominator, that's why we will get denominator cos square y dy. Right side is 2 sin x dx plus integrating constant c. So here for first integration I will put cos y is t. So y term if we are shifted with new variable t, so differentiate this term, so you will get derivative of cos is minus sin y dy equal to dt. That means sin y dy is nothing but minus dt. Put this value in this first integration. So here the first integral become sin y dy is minus dt and denominator term is t square. Now here integration of right side term, here integration of sin is minus cos x plus integrating constant c. So this is the standard integral formula. Using that formula we can say here it is a t power minus 2 dt equal to minus 2 cos x plus integrating constant c. Integrate this term, so it is a t power minus 2 plus 1 means minus 1 divided by minus 1 equal to minus 2 cos x plus c. Now see here left hand side minus minus become plus, so this minus of minus plus, and t power minus 1 is nothing but 1 upon t. So it is a 1 upon t, left side is 1 upon t, right side negative term if we shift in the left side, so it become a plus 2 cos x and right side plus equal to c as it is. Now put the value of t. T is our cos y, so if we put the value of t here, so you will get it is a 1 upon cos y plus 2 cos x equal to c. This is our final answer, but if you check the options, so there is no option contain 1 upon cos y. In the form of sec it is given, so 1 upon cos is nothing but sec, so we can say the final solution is sec y plus 2 cos x equal to c. Hence we get the solution of our differential equation, and that is nothing but option A is the correct answer.